Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another match reaction. Welcome back to 3 points. How surprising. 3 points, a fairly good 3 points as well. It has to be said. Now, before I get into my thoughts on the match, if you would please leave a like on the video, it really helps us out, and subscribe if you are new. Now, with the usuals out of the way, let's quickly move on to the game. Now, I was over on City Extra after this game finished for a review stream over there, so I'm going to try and keep this one nice, short and sweet. 5 minutes sort of in and out. Few points, obviously. Let's start with maybe some of the negative points, although there are more positive ones this time out. We have one. I don't want to be too much of a downer, but the negative points are still defensively still a little bit off, a little bit shaky at times. I mean, the goal was comedy of errors. You look at, comes from Rodri's heavy first touch, I think it was, initially giving the ball away. We managed to win it back. Akanji plays a hospital pass to Bernardo Silva that he can't get under control because he fires it in at him. We lose the ball again. Rodri makes up for giving the ball in the first place by winning the ball back on the edge of the box. And then he completely undoes all of that and gives a through ball to Dwight McNeil, and it's 1-0. So, defensively, still a little bit to work on, I think. Of course, the elephant in the room, the biggest negative from the night is the John Stones injury. John Stones injured, seen reportedly in a walking boot. It was a non-contact injury, which leads me to believe it's some sort of ligament damage because it was his ankle, which is not good. It's not quickly recoverable from. It's not easily recoverable from. So yeah, he's probably going to be out for... I hope he's back for the Champions League. That's the way I'm looking at it. With the whole not wanting to rush players back for the sake of, we can do that because we looked at De Bruyne and we rushed him back. He's out for an extended period of time. You're thinking, we don't want that to happen again. We've been sensible with the Haaland and the Doku injuries, not rushing them back into training, giving them all the time they need so that they are available for the run-in and we don't rush them back and they do something worse. And that's what we got with John Stones at the moment. We just got to sit this one out. Now, it's not ideal because, as you know, the replacement in his position or in his role is terrible. Absolutely terrible, unless he picks Rico Lewis, who, in my opinion, is capable of doing that stepping into midfield role. Kyle Walker bombing on down the right wing is carnage, and not in a good way. It really isn't. It's stupid, predictable, useless. What other words do I need to describe it? He runs down, he bombs down the wing, he either fizzes one, tries to fizz one across the 6-yard box, or if he tries to pick out a cross, it's usually not a very good one. Then we move to plan B, which happened in the second half against Everton. It wasn't calamitous, but has been parts of this season has been calamitous. Is Akanji in midfield. He doesn't know how to do it. He just doesn't know how to do it very well. His positioning is always leaving a little bit to be desired because he doesn't know whether to step up, he doesn't know whether to fall back into the 4. I think when we actually have the ball, he's such a big body in there. I mean, John Stones has the agility and, the physical ability to be able to dribble with the ball. Akanji doesn't have that. So, in terms of replacements, if it's not Rico Lewis, it's not ideal. Moving on, because I don't want to be such a downer, that is the negative. The positive is we've survived a match where we're winning by a goal in the last 10 minutes and we haven't capitulated. We haven't fallen apart. In fact, we've gone up the other end and scored and put the game to bed, which, massive relief on my part. Massive relief because the last, I don't know how many games, 7? I don't know what the streak is at the moment, but it's been a carbon copy. Chelsea, Liverpool, Villa, Spurs, Palace. You get to the last 10 minutes of a close game, you're thinking, this is last season, we see it out. We win the game, no questions asked, we win the game, we see it out. This season, or at least recently, has not been the case. We all know that, last 10 minutes. We've capitulated, conceded late on, not walked away with 3 points, and been disappointed, and been left with more questions than answers. This time around, much better. Now, it was second half FC again because the first half was terrible, but second half, much, much more professional. And it's exactly what we needed. We needed to send a message, if you will, that we are still capable. We went through a blip, but we are still, that same beast. You can't write us off. And I think that's the message we sent today, because Goodison Park is a tough place to go at the moment. I said this in the preview, that Everton have a siege mentality. They are, they carry out those flyers about the Premier League being corrupt. So, tough place to go, Goodison Park. Not the best of conditions as well. Absolutely pissing it down. Really, really windy. And Everton had a clear game plan, and I was fearing the worst up 1-0. But of course, I still backed the team to pull through, and I think 3-1, when you look at the whole game, can be a relatively fair result. Because I think that we dominated in terms of possession stats, in terms of shots. We had more opportunities on goal, and we took them. That simple. Penalty as well, just quickly on that one. Penalty, Stonewall penalty. I don't know why people are complaining, saying it's not. His arm is up in the air. You're in danger when you do that, and the ball's hit his arm. It's not come off anything, it's hit his arm straight on. No deflections, no nothing. It's hit his arm, it's a penalty. And last but not least, of course, I have to mention my man of the match. Question on the screen is, who's your man of the match? I imagine we have the same answer, and that is Phil Foden. Phil Foden in the middle of the park has been a revelation, a sensation. I don't know what other positive words I have to describe it. He's really coming into his own in this role, and we spoke about this on the stream, that, maybe it's a message. Maybe it's sending a message to Pep. We saw with the press conference quote saying, long may it continue, long may it continue. Yes, indeed. I want to see more of it. Maybe he's sending a message saying, when just because De Bruyne is back doesn't mean you have to move me out of this position. So we'll wait and see on that one. We'll wait and see how Pep figures out how to get all of these players in the same team. Those are my thoughts. Those are my quick thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think on this game. Who was your man of the match? Any other standout performers? Maybe talk about Mateus Nunes, who started this game. Anything that's on your mind. If you like the video as well, on your way out, be massively appreciated, and subscribe if you are new. Trying to reach 7K as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching, and I will see you for Sheffield United.